It's been more than a year since wildfires blackened so much of Bastrop, and in places there is still very little green here. Not a whole lot of green growing, and certainly not a lot of green to replace these burned trees. But soon the canopy here will begin making a comeback, thanks in part to what is growing beneath a canopy in Austin. In this canvas-covered nursery,
96-foot shade house
at the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center, is a student project that's in a class all its own.
Generations after me will still hopefully enjoy what we have started.
70,000 pine trees are coming to life here.
You try to imagine them at 50 and 60 feet full grown, you've got a little forest here.
Yes. I'm excited about that. These are big-tooth maples.
Last spring, a UT graduate student named Vlad Kodra asked the Texas Forest Service for special loblolly seeds, which produce these drought-tolerant pines. The westernmost cluster of those trees famously took root years ago in the Bastrop area. Branching out so far from their relatives, they became known as the Lost Pines. But millions of them were lost for good in the wildfires of 2011.
It was heartbreaking to see the pretty and lush forest in Bastrop go in flames.
Just days before the forest began to burn, though, Kodra had received a 5-pound bag containing 100,000 loblolly pine seeds.
Certainly felt very lucky.
Immediately, his mission changed from randomly planting the trees by the roadside to offering them as replacements for some of the trees that were lost.
It's a huge deal.
Mike Fisher, the emergency management coordinator in Bastrop County, says the local government is still struggling just to pay its part to clean up the wasteland left by the fires.
Bastrop County is a relatively small county. This is the most costly wildfire in the state's history. Per capita, it's the most expensive wildfire in the nation's history.
Fisher says without private efforts, there's no way the county would have had the budget to regrow and replant what was lost.
It's just impossible if we had to.
Kodra's effort is funded entirely by a new $5 green fee at the University of Texas.
The green fee is a pool of money that is collected from all UT students as part of their tuition, and it is allocated towards ecologically oriented projects.
In addition, students have volunteered their time to tend to the fledgling plants, and the Wildflower Center has donated its space and its expertise.
There's a lot more work involved than a lot of people think. It takes weeding. You have to move the trays around because they want to root into the ground.
Soon, the seedlings will be moved to Bastrop County, where they will begin to replace the lifeless relatives from their own family tree.
It's actually going to be an awesome moment, I think.
Once they're gone, Vlad Kodra says he may stay behind. Considering the long-term reforesting needs, he thinks that a few more student projects may be necessary. Jason Wheeler, KITV News.